Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of the feedback you provide that we don't care about, keeps us on an even playing field, and we like that. Real quick shout out to our sponsor, absolutely no one. Feel bad and give us money. Anyhow, moving straight into it today, after we put up our credentials and such, because obviously we are professional gamers. Moving straight into it today. Today we're going to be talking about a game that's been out for, a good amount of time now, a year or so. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But of course, today we were talking about the one and only God of War Ragnarok. That's right. So we've given our first thoughts and impressions, and you would think, like, oh, okay, they're finally doing their final review for all ones of you that watch this. Hi, Mom. But no, that's not what we're doing. We're giving an additional first thoughts and impressions on like a, we'll say second thoughts and impressions. There you go, that's exactly what it is. This is going to be our second thoughts and impressions because we can be honest with you, because we are that type of professional. We have not beaten this shit yet, man. And upon revisiting it, man, and kind of picking up where we left off, man, we kind of, are experience a little more, should we say, frustration with the title and such as far as everything that it kind of offers and brings to the table, or in this case to your console so that you can, kind of check it out and rock it and play it and stuff. And while graphically it's still phenomenal and stuff, and while the story can grip you at times and stuff like that, man, there is something in revisiting this one, man, after, returning to it after a good hiatus and break and such, that really is just kind of more frustrating with the title than anything, man. Where does that frustration stem from? Well, we would have to venture to say, man, that it stems from how weak it kind of makes Kratos seem and feel, man, when you're playing this one. And while, it has, little great sections and stuff where you're, we don't want to, spoil it and stuff for everyone that hasn't played it and stuff. But the sections where you're not Kratos and stuff like that, like, those are pretty phenomenal and stuff because that kind of, transferring of different powers and abilities and, play styles and stuff is prevalent in there, and that stuff's really great, man. That stuff's still great. But when you start revisiting Kratos after those segments and stuff, man, he just feels like a weakling, man. You got, one or two enemy types on the screen or, on the, section of the game that you're on and such, and, in a, bout of, I don't know what they're trying to do and such, you either super overpower them really fast, and so the weakness and such that you feel as Kratos isn't prevalent, or isn't there as much, or you get your ass handed to you and stuff by some run-of-the-mill character and stuff because of, a mistimed button press or something of that nature, you didn't, complete something fast enough or whatever, and so they got the one-up on you and such. Man, there's some frustrating aspects, man, that kind of, make it seem like Kratos is just, all the weaker, and it's more prevalent, man, and more pronounced than anything in the first game, the first remake game of God of War and whatnot from, 2016 or something, who cares, it doesn't matter, from some time ago, not Ragnarok, the other one that's more modern. Man, there's something about becoming Kratos again after the other segments, man, playing as other characters and having other, people in your party and stuff with you or whatever, the dynamics shift and change, man, where something's just kind of off. And then to top it off, man, the minute you start getting any sense of frustration with that and whatnot, then you start kind of realizing, man, that a lot of the puzzles, man, and a lot of the map layout and stuff like that really are just kind of shit puzzles and, really kind of craptacular map layouts and stuff. And it's like, okay, I'll bet there's a little secret chest hidden over here. Yep. It took about 10 steps to get it. Well, time to go back and get in the canoe again. And, hey, shoot your little arrows over here, and we gotta blow up this thing. Oh, yep, look, a little hidden chest there. Oh, okay. Man, all of the kind of, like, puzzle aspects and such that, were prevalent in the first game that were good and such. Yes, there's a couple in here, and, like we said, we haven't beaten it, but, man, the sense of frustration that we feel with it, and then the lack of kind of offerings, man, that some of the other additional aspects of the gameplay are bringing to the table, it's really not high on our list to, throw back in and, kind of continue to even go through and such. Now, we will, and yes, we still love the franchise and, the game itself, and it really does do a lot of stuff really, really well, man. But, yeah, when you start kind of compiling the list of stuff that, can be felt, kind of going against this title and such, at least for us, maybe you think it's the best game ever. Okay, Mom, just because you're better at it than us. But man, there's so many other things on the market, man, that you can kind of dive into and play and experience and have, a great time with and stuff that, the minute that this starts hitting the backlog of things to complete, man, it just drops further and further down the list. So, yeah, we definitely want to go through the rest of it. We definitely love a lot of aspects of it and stuff, but man, on a second thoughts and impressions on it and such, it really has started to dwindle and fall down on exactly, where on our list we want to complete this one at and, how soon we want to return to it. But, we've started getting into other stuff, man, that we haven't gone through, like Returnal and whatnot, all the way to completion. And, man, the gameplay loops on games like that are just so solid and so strong that, any of the, kind of story progression and puzzle aspects and stuff that really aren't necessarily puzzle aspects or anything. But man, the kind of moving and advancing forward of that, it's the gameplay that keeps it as solid as possible. And man, when you start getting frustrated, feeling that kind of Kratos' weakness and stuff is prevalent and you're getting, off, whether it's from a lack of skill or maybe on too high of a hard setting and such, man, there's some issues there as far as the consistency of the gameplay, man. Kratos is supposed to be a badass, and, you should have, enemy types, yes, that present a challenge and, all that. But, definitely on some second thoughts and impressions, there are some additional issues, man, that we weren't as aware of, man, when we were first trekking through because we were infatuated with, any aspects of the, story that might have gripped us or, just kind of getting back into the universe and everything and all the lore that was offered and such, man. But yeah, there's some inherent issues that are there that we didn't notice at first and such, that definitely are keeping this one on a lower kind of tier, man, from, kind of going in, completing it, and finally being kind of done with it and stuff. So it's going to be hanging over our head until we do that. We do plan on doing that and such, but, I mean, hell, if you got a play session a night or whatever, and you want to play Overwatch 2 one night and such, as we've been revisiting recently and stuff anyway, and we'll be done with that one again, man, but yeah, we've been doing, kind of Returnal, and then, you got Starfield coming out and stuff like that, man. There's so much shit out there to play, man, and we still have our backlog. We still want to go through Red Dead Redemption 2 again. That one's been calling us and such for a good while. You got the new Spider-Man 2 coming out. There's a bunch of stuff, man. When do you devote the time to going back to, kind of feeling like some weak Kratos and shit, running around throwing your axe and trying to solve pretty much in essence the same kind of puzzles that you solved in the first one and whatnot? Man, there's a ranking somewhere out there, and for us this one ranks a little lower than it did and such. Still solid gameplay, still solid graphics, still a decent storyline that you can get infatuated with and stuff like that. Still some solid alternating and stuff as far as characters and stuff playing as and things of that nature. Man, but as far as drive and us wanting to go back and complete it and jump back into the universe, man, I don't know, maybe we just gotta stick it out or whatever, and it'll suck us back in, or something. I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Anyhow, God of War Ragnarok, second thoughts and impressions. What can be said about this one? Well, man, it gets a good old-fashioned D, because it's a little more disappointing this go around, man. Not that, Santa Monica is a bad studio or put out a poor or bad product and such, because, they didn't, but, man, something just ain't grabbing us like, the first one did in its entirety, and like this one even did and stuff in the, kind of initial thoughts and impressions that we had on it. So, I don't know. That's it. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Give us money. Have a good one. You probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.